Different price points. This is going to have satin lips in it, $25.
Oh, super cute. Look at
That's
that.
adorable.
It's like a little dollar store.
Very easy.
Super cute.
Even just a foundation, powder foundation, $22. You don't have to even add anything into it.
Those
They
are
mentioned
adorable.
They have these.
real fast. You guys see how she added the boxes too? Very
Make them look
important.
more full.
Make them look more
Yes.
full. So always keep the packaging.
And you just take like tape or glue the
Or
box
little
to,
blue dots or whatever.
And some things don't work. Like Jana and I tried to put the box in this one first, and it just looks
So, you
stupid.
know what I think? You need to put a little
Yeah, definitely.
show them.
I put
Look at that.
like little
glass.
diamond gems around the
Super
bottom.
cute.
Those really cute.
Yeah, definitely.
Super
But
cute.
dazzle it. And then I have ones that have little stickers on them too.
Oh, that's cute.
That was tedious, so I stopped. I even
I just wanted to show people.
Right.
And you can go make
Yes, so
multiple.
this says hashtag Beer King on the mug. Got it at Dollar Tree. It's got the shade foam in it, a little stuffed animal. Super cute, super easy, and it's $20. So let's make my stack from another one. This one's just gonna be a scrub. Dollar Tree again. Very, very simple. This one, I added a free little mini oil-free eye makeup remover to a mascara and an eyelash curler. That one I didn't do an upcharge because, like, I think I upcharged for the taxes, but I didn't really care about that upcharge on that. Oh, this guy goes. And then I accidentally ordered these bags because I thought I was ordering the body wash, and I just clicked the wrong thing. So hey, it worked out because it was the whole satin body in it. So $85 for the whole satin body in the bag. And then this one's gonna be satin hand, satin lips. So everything's super, super easy.
The charcoal
to the
mask, I
point.
love that one.
Oh yeah, and the charcoal mask is my absolute favorite. That one is I love the cool. And some of these products try not to forget to put your sticker on them. Some of them are wrapped up and I'm like, dang it. So even this one, I just taped everything to the back. So I'm like, whatever, I messed up, it's my bad. So tape works fine too.
Usually what I put in every single gift like that is a gift certificate that includes a facial and makeover. Because that charcoal mask that somebody may offer as a gift to somebody could turn into not just being a gift, but actually an appointment where you can actually get to know the customer. So if you can, anytime you sell these, whether you're selling to men or to women that are buying things for their kids as teachers or whatever, I always put a gift certificate in there. And then if you can, I try and get her name so I can follow up with her and make sure she's happy. So let's say it's someone who's buying a gift for her kids as teacher. I want to get the teacher's name so I can say, of course, after Christmas, hey, you know, I'm the consultant that Susie Q bought it from, and I don't know if you saw that there was a gift certificate for a pampering session and a gift and free products. I'd love to get to know with you.
And that's
You know,
the
so
same
it goes
thing as
somewhere.
those little gift certificates that I made. It has your name on it already. So it's perfect. It's super easy. It's small. It'll fit in any package. So let me know if you want me to make it for you. Like, I already have the template. Just send me a message with, so what I put on mine is my name, my phone number, my @marykay.com email, and then my marykay.com / my website. And so send me that information of yours personalized. It literally takes me 2 seconds because I just copy and paste it, and then I crop off the pic collage, little watermark, and send it to you. So I don't mind at all.
Can you show them the thing you actually printed out, the holiday brochure?
Yeah. Oh, I don't have
Because so I posted this on our Facebook page, and a couple weeks ago when we trained on holiday sales, I talked about it. But you guys, if you actually print this off, you will sell a ton of sets. So she printed off. Tell them where you went and the discount and all of that stuff too.
So normally at Office Depot for one color copy, it's 76 cents, I believe, 76 cents each. We get them for 18 cents each. So today I printed off, I made 4 books for different girls, Debbie and other women who reached out to me and asked me to make them, or at least get the products for them. So the color copies that I got today originally was $67. I paid $16.50.
I probably need like $25.
Yeah.
6 times I've been there.
So we
So make sure you go and you get your Office Depot thing. They'll even laminate the card for you. We have a coupon all on In Touch. Even if you lose it, you can reprint
print it
another
off,
one
yeah.
and get it done again. They'll print it for you. They'll laminate it for you. And it's the best discount. Honestly, it's a
Yeah.
It's the best.
And you know somebody who just gets color copies all the time, sign them up to sell Mary Kate.
Right.
Just to get a discount.
Right.
It's worth it just for that.
They're 65 to 16 bucks. Like,
And you want that printed off on nice, good printed quality. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes like
mhm.
And
you
it's
don't
super
print
quick
at home
for
and
them to
it's
do
all
it, and
lines
cut
in
stuff
it.
through, like, they cut
Yeah.
one business
Yeah.
cards for me.
Yeah, I even with that one, I even just use the regular paper, but the quality is so good on the printing
Ooh,
that it
that's how it's
doesn't
supposed to
bleed
look. Yes, pass this around too. Yeah, we'll pass that over there for you guys. Yeah, you can get it binded at Office Depot. They'll bind it too for you. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Another idea that Courtney and I did last year at Walmart, they have a $20 clear makeup bag that's like an over-the-shoulder bag full of different ones that's $20 and it's clear. And we got it and filled it with presents. And I got lights at the dollar store and I carried it with me everywhere. So if I went out to eat, it came with me. If I went anywhere, like, you know, instead of your basket, it's a bag that you carry, it has all your gifts in it, and it really draws a lot of attention. And I just say, yep, can't leave all my beautiful, I am Santa on the go, can't leave my presents in the car, you know, or whatever. And so, but it's a clear bag that we got at Walmart, and I put little Christmas lights and decorated the bag, and
Can sell everywhere.
I take it to every facial too.
Totally.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
only does it go.
Yeah, all of
everywhere.
this you want to take to facials like that binder. You know, take that so they can see what you offer. That way, if you don't want to have a bunch of stuff made up, just use that, and then they'll
Download the
order
PDF,
it.
because I sent actually the PDF to a couple guys.
Hey,
I asked
that's
them
a great
about
idea.
a small business thing. I made that post, and I had a couple guys in my small business asking me about it, and I sent them just a PDF file with all of it.
Awesome. Okay, Kelly, show them. I printed this. I posted on our Facebook page.
So this is the copy and print thing that Candace posted. So I just went to Office Depot today and printed 10 copies for like $13 on cardstock and in color. So I did the copy and cute and the Hello Gorgeous thing front and back, because then this is what they're gonna keep. We've got like the gift certificate upgrade thing or whatever. And then on a separate one, I did the little fill out form. That way I can take that back with me. So they'll get this one with my business card, and then they'll get, and then I made the same thing that Amanda did, because she printed out, or I printed my little cards, my business cards in there, and then I did 3 pieces of chocolate, like peppermint, a charcoal mask sample, and a firming eye cream, or there's a satin hands, or there was just a bunch of different little sample things in the back. So they'll get this together.
So pretend you're out meeting me. How would you use that?
So I did it today, and it's where she's so stylish in Walmart, and I said, if you're in Walmart, be stylish, you know. And she actually said something to me first. She's like, oh my gosh, you look so cute. And I was like, I look so cute. You look so cute. And I was like, what's your name? She's like, oh, my name is Ashley. I was like, oh, hi, Ashley. My name is Kelly. I'm a consultant with Mary Kay. And I'm out today just looking for different women who are just being uniquely cute. And you're one of those women. I'd love to give you this stuff here. And I showed it to her. And I showed her that and kind of explained that to her. And I said, I'd also like to give you a free sample of some chocolates and little peppermints to take with you. And then if you wouldn't mind, have you fill this out for me. I'd like to take a picture of you too as well. And then I also told them about being entered for the $1,000 New York
New
thing
York.
too as well. So it's another enticement for them actually to hold their appointments so that I can get their picture. I can get them entered and give them a facial.
It's a great way to meet people when you're out and about. This copy and cute. So I'm gonna pass it around. You guys can see, but I posted on our Facebook page. So they fill out the entry form, right? And then you hand them the thing saying, "Hey, you're copying cute." Super. It's an easy way to talk to people.
It's a super easy way to talk. And it's like, as for me, before when I didn't have like anything, I didn't really want to talk to people because I was always like, hey, I'm here again. I'm gonna be okay, bye. And now that I have all my stuff printed and my stuff made and stuff, it's a lot easier for me to go out, start talking to people and handing them things people want to be handed. If I'm gonna come up to you randomly in Walmart and have nothing there, you're like, oh, hi, and then you have a conversation and
Right.
stuff, and then you go
Yeah.
And when you have like a gift card and everything like that, like people get excited too.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, here's my business card, here's a piece
Right.
of candy. It's like, no, I actually have something for you too. Come hang out with me. Come try out this new product. It's so much fun. We have a blast. We build each other up. And like, I was talking to the Office Depot girl today, and they're just like, oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. And then it's just getting them excited about what you're
And
excited
you can get a $7 paper cutter thing too as well from Walmart or Office Depot. Kelly.
about.
Yes. So
Oh.
You take a picture of him?
yeah,
on
on
there,
there, yeah, on there it says.
When you get together with them, like you would book a facial,
Uh-huh.
and then at the facial you would
Yeah.
take
Oh,
like
yeah,
a format.
I heard because she was just looking so fabulous, and it says on there, like, can I take a picture of you? Like, catching you being cute, and I just took a picture.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. You can do that.
Your information and stuff, and then, yeah, you can get a little paper cutter. I had my husband do it. Show me, I tried it once. You can get a little thing like that too as well, so if you don't want to wait for Office Depot to cut it for you.
They have a paper cutter at Office Depot.
Yeah,
too,
which
that
is
you
really
can
nice.
use.
Which actually, it's a great idea to take a picture and save it with her contact info. Then you remember who she is.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I have
Then
her
you
picture, I
remember.
have her all her information.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, all right. Awesome. So many ways to build your business, right? Okay, we give you all these ideas. Now you need to implement them, right? Because I give you a bunch of ideas, but now it's up to you whether you're going to implement it. I can't make you use them, exactly. But those are things you can just have in your purse and ready. Love the gift giving brochure because that can really help you take full advantage of holiday sales. Okay. No, ask away, please do. I'm just saying here because I'm by the computer. Yeah.
Brochure, whatever.
What would you do with it?
Yeah, how do you use that?
Yeah,
What do you
so
do with
you
that?
would say, okay, so you could use that a lot of different ways. Like if you were at a facial and you're already meeting with them and then you said, hey, have you figured out what you're gonna do for your holiday gift? Like, do you have gifts, or do you have your holiday shopping all done yet? And most people are gonna say no in November.
Just basically have to be like your Montgomery Ward's catalog.
Yes, exactly. So it could be for someone, it could be someone you're facialing, but also people you already know in your life. Like there's a 12 days of Christmas thing in there, which is really cool. It has 12 different days of 12 different gifts that they get the 12 days before Christmas, and you wrap them all up individually. And it has like different price points and what you would put in there. That's a great thing to offer to guys, to give a gift to their woman. Because what woman does not want that kind of gift? Where you get 12 different gifts the 12 days before Christmas. And like you can talk to a guy and say, hey, you want to be Mr. Romance this year? And I have the perfect gift for you. And so then you would show him the different price points. You could also use that with people, like anybody. Like let's say they need to buy gifts for their kids as teachers. And say, hey, do you have all of your gift giving done yet for the holidays? Have you done for all your, whoever they need to, their kids as teachers, their neighbors, their whoever's. There's a lot of great, really simple things in there that they could do, just like Amanda was showing some different things. So if you don't want to have all that made up, you could just show them and then give them different price points. Say, okay, do you want, $10, $20, $30 price points? Exactly. And so if you don't want to create them already and have them there, it's something you could show them. And then also you could go to a business owner and say, hey, do you have all your shopping done yet for your employees? And they could do something very generic, like the stuff that Amanda shows, like satin hands, satin lips, charcoal mask. That's stuff that every female would like. It's just a pampering product because actually personal care products are the #1 gift giving thing that people give in the holidays. And so, yeah. And you say, like, and in Walmart, they're totally overpriced, and you're helping Walmart, where this is something that's helping a small business. So just in conversation, it could be with the current customer or just people in your life. Yeah.
I actually just started a new job this week at a new restaurant. And one of the guys that was training me, I was like, hey, Zach, do you have a girlfriend? He's like, yeah. And I was like, hey. And I handed him this. I said, give this to your girlfriend, and I really want to pamper her. I was like, have you done any of your holiday shopping yet for her? And he's like, are you kidding me? Like, I have no idea. And I said, bring her to me. Make sure she sets an appointment with me. I will find out every single thing she likes, and then I will make your shopping so easy. And he was like, holy crap, you just became my favorite person.
Yeah. And have her fill out a wish list, and then he knows what you got.
He got to steal the Starburst out of it. So.
Yeah.
And another cool idea I heard is if you do know a husband, have them prepay. You have them give her a shopping spree.
Yeah.
Like when she comes to sit down with you, say, well, surprise, your husband already put $150 for whatever you want today.
Like it just be a gift certificate, and that's something you can sell. Is maybe you sell $150 a product for $125, and then he gives it as a gift, So you can do a lot of stuff and be creative. Does that help? And so that helps you just give them something to look at, and then you can kind of pre-sell the products, and then you go make them. You go make them look all cute and pretty.
I definitely recommend having your stuff in something cute too as well. When I pulled that out for that lady, she's like, oh my god, look at that bag! And then the thing I gave her, she was like a sparkly as well. So you just have little and this was only $4.99.
Yes.
This bag was $4.99, and this pen, it was a pink and a black one, it was for $8.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Super cute. And I think it's all matchy. I love it. So yay! So there's holiday sale stuff. Now it's time to go use it, right?
Yeah.
And the next couple of weeks is huge because once we get into December, people are going to have already been thinking about holiday sales that a lot of people aren't done this time of year, and so Yeah, I know. There are those people, and there's some people that finish like really early, and so you want to get on it and just ask people, are you done with your holiday sales and holiday shopping? I'd love to help you.
idea is amazing.
Yeah, super simple.
So easy.
Super simple. So if you look around, there's so many really great ideas. Like Jana, hold up the coffee and the mug and the hand cream or whatever. That's a super simple thing, kind of like what Amanda did, but it's just a hand cream and coffee. That's like a $12 gift, you know.
Tea.
Yeah.
And
See,
the-
even the set hand with the little poof thing on it, whatever that thing is, that's you don't even have to like decorate anything. Yeah.
And the mint bliss
Yeah.
and the salt.
Yes,
That's a great one.
They have one out here. Oh, Jan, right there's a mint bliss with the sauce. I don't know if that is it a sauce?
Yeah.
Here, that is. Oh, whoops, Bella. The mint bliss with just socks. Socks at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Mint bliss.
That was
great
remember
gift.
last year. That was a huge.
It was a
we did
huge seller.
I sold 36 when I had a challenge of 24. I sold
Yes.
The mint bliss lotion with a pair of socks.
Do you know another thing you can do? Let me show them. I want to show them so they can see up front in the computer. So another thing you can do is you could do this, the mint bliss and just socks, the socks from the dollar store. You can, if you know, like a nursing home or an older retirement home or whatever, you can have people adopt a grandparent. Where literally, because a lot of grandparents don't get gifts for Christmas. And you could have your customer say, hey, would you like to adopt a grandparent this holiday season? You know, the $10 item, I mean, every, you know, older person would love this or just a hand lotion. Like it's a really cool thing. So there's lots of things you do. Want to pass that back there? Okay.
Unless you work in that field, you don't realize how much you need.
Yeah, they don't get that.
They
They don't
need it.
get
Their
that.
skin's just like
So dry.
paper.
And it gives you an upsell when if you ask somebody if they've already got their holiday shopping done and they say yes, you say great. Would you like to provide an elderly person with probably the only gift they'll ever have? So if they've already say their shopping's done, you can upsell with that and bless somebody and help you with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So lots of cool ideas. All right, I'm gonna do a few announcements and then Jana has some awesome training. I'm really excited for you guys to hear from her. A couple of announcements. Oh, first of all, Chelsea and Amanda both sold over 10 items while I was gone. So I love these headbands, and so these are amazing. You can use. Did you sell over 10? Yeah. You did? Well, good job, Ame. Then yes, you do. Here you go. I happen to have an extra one. Good job. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Okay, and the Santa on the Go bags. My sister was supposed to come today, but then because of the weather, she didn't. So next week, you guys will get the Santa on the Go bags. Those of you that maxed out. Double credit. All right. So a few announcements. Inner Circle. Anybody who earns their key bracelet this month, how do you earn your key bracelet?
600 more.
600 wholesale more. You earn the key bracelet. You earn Inner Circle the first Sunday of the month. We have a really fun event planned, a Christmas event you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be awesome. Christina's our event planner back there. And another thing about the holidays. So how many of you are part of the Facebook group Cash for Christmas? Okay, about half of you. If you're not, let me know. I'll add you. There were 2 videos posted this last week that were super great. Did you guys watch them? If you haven't. Yes, they work, you guys. So make sure that you're watching that every 2 weeks. There's going to be different ideas on there. I really want you guys maximizing holiday sales and some of the stuff we talked about tonight. And then be sure to utilize those things. Chroma Fusion's out. I'm sure you know every event that we're doing in the month of November, we're demoing Chroma Fusion, and every guest that comes gets a new one of the eyeshadows. So invite your guests. The other thing that we're doing is each person that just watches the video this month, the marketing video, or comes to an event, gets one of the new Chroma Fusion eyeshadows for free for their opinion. How many of you have had anybody listen this month? Okay, I think only a couple of people. Okay, everybody else, I'd encourage you to ask people to just listen. You do have to follow up with me and then just tell me what they think about it. And then they get one of the new eyeshadows for free. So all they have to do is just watch my video. They can care less about Mary Kay. They get a free eyeshadow just for listening. When you have 3 people listen, or for every 3 people you have listen, you get one of the new eyeshadows.
My goal is 100.
Yes! So 100 people just listen. You guys you can earn your entire demos for free for having people just listen. Did you get excited? Are you gonna ask people to just listen? Okay, all they have to do is just listen. Just listen. But we want them signed up now so that way they can be able to take advantage of holiday sales too. Okay, did you see the MK Color for Life contest?
Yes.
That is so cool. I love when Mary Kay does this. This is free advertising for us, and this is a free thing that you can use. It doesn't cost you anything. Mary Kay pays all the money. They're giving away 5 trips to New York City for someone. Well, there's 2 people, like someone, and then they're like
Yes.
Debbie wins, and then a guest, and then like $1,000 shopping spree. And
Wow.
so, how do they get entered?
And $100.
And $100 of Mary Kay. Absolutely. So, how do you get people entered? It's a
They take a
contest.
picture
Mary
and
Kay.
hashtag
Yeah.
the contest thingy.
So, yeah, all you gotta
Enter directly on Mary Kay.
Yes. So all you have to do is when you get together with someone, you're doing a facial and a makeover. Like they could come to one of the events, and all you're doing is letting them just try the products. And they take before and after picture. You upload it. All the instructions are online. They get entered to win. So it's pretty cool. So it's a great booking tool to say, hey, you want to get entered to win a trip to New York City? Hey, you want to be a model for me with the new Chroma Fusion? So when Mary Kay does these things, use them. It's free marketing for you. Costs you nothing.
Doesn't the consultant of the person who wins also get to go? Okay, that's what I thought.
With the friend.
With a friend.
They're giving
Exactly.
away 5 trips?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Plus, aren't they giving away either 10 or 100 gift cards?
Yeah, they're giving
$100
away
gift
gift
cards.
cards too. Yeah, there's like, I hope that you guys really utilize this because, like I said, it's free advertisement for us. So use that to book. And a lot of you that are new, use that. Like, hey, I need to do 30 faces. Hey, while you're doing 30 faces, you want to get entered to win, a trip to New York City. So pretty awesome.
Another thing too that you guys can do is like every month you can hold a drawing for everyone who bought stuff from you. So what I'm gonna do this month is I'm gonna just pick out something simple like a pomegranate satin hands or something to give away. And every single item someone purchases, I put their name in a bag. At the end of the month, I'm gonna do a Facebook Live. I've done a drawing once before. Do a Facebook Live, pick somebody's name, and it gets people excited. And then when you go on Facebook and you're like, hey guys, remember every single thing you buy from me this month, you get entered into win a free whatever. And so it just gives that little extra thing to push them to buy from you too.
I'm doing that with the video for 100 people. Drop away a time website.
Good.
It's like that.
Good. And then be like, every time you have one, all right, 99 to go,
Well,
97 to go,
that's
98 to
too.
go, or 96
This
to
is
go.
all a
Yeah.
write-off. So
Yeah.
like no matter what you give away is a write-off. So
Mhm.
you can give away something smaller, something big, or do 2 prizes if you have a ton of people, whatever you're in the mood for that day.
Pretty awesome. Lots of options. Okay, a couple of things to our calendar. So before the meeting on Mondays, I'm going to be here at 5. And if anybody wants to come and book, because sometimes we need to get away from our crazy world to be able to actually sit down and make booking calls and be away from and just be focused. Okay, so starting next week, because tonight was kind of crazy with all of this setup. But starting next week, I'll be here by 5. And if you want to come early, and sometimes just watching, like sometimes you can hear us do training on booking calls, but when you actually watch it, it's a whole nother thing. So I'll be here booking for myself, and anyone is more than welcome to come. And then also I started something last Saturday that mainly for new consultants, but if you feel like you need a refresher, you feel like, I don't even know where to start. Every Saturday, I'm going to be doing a new consultant boot camp before the facials. And so from 8 to 9:30 a.m., it'll be a 2-week session where I'm just going to go over the basics, like pretty much all the stuff I do in the videos, but it'll be interactive. So you can actually talk about it, and we can talk a little more about it. However, you must RSVP, okay? Because I'm not going to come if nobody RSVPs. All right? So there's that. Okay, this is the big announcement that I really hope and pray to God that you guys join tomorrow. Do you guys hear the memo that tomorrow, so last year at $1 Million Weekend, we'll talk about that in a second, our mentor was LaRonda Daigle, and she is a top national. She's done million. A lot of times she is incredible. And it's funny, I met her once before in Washington State. She was at like one of the very first events I went to, and she trained on having a powerful eye story. And I've never really even trained on that, but basically it's at your facials having a powerful story, and she can turn anybody's story into this powerful, magnetic, like thing that everyone's just like, oh my gosh, they're engaged. And you guys are all going to want a powerful eye story, right? Y'all want one, I promise. You don't even know what it is, but you want one. But she's going to do training on it. I reached out to her and I'm like, do you have any training like online or a handout or something that I can teach my consultants how to do this? And she's like, no, I'll just do a Zoom thing for you tomorrow or whatever. And we scheduled it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, I need to get people on. So if you can be on, please be on. Let's show her some love.
So funny.
She's hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's so powerful. She talks like 1,000,000 miles an hour, but it's incredible. What? No, she's not in our seminar.
That was like one of the coolest things that got out of
Yeah, like we were in this room and she had this random girl sign up or stand up, a consultant, and she asked her a couple questions and then turned it into this really powerful story. We're like, oh, so cool. Do me. It will, but as many people as can be on live, I prefer that because I really want her to feel the energy. I think so. Like I'll probably have her muted, and then if you have questions, usually usually when we do stuff like that, then afterwards. So if you can be on live. She offered to do this, so please be on, okay? And even like if you're at work, you can mute yourself or whatever. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and so it's the same link that we used for our meeting. And text it out. It's on our Facebook page. Okay, you're all gonna be on there, right?
Yeah.
Right. You're all gonna want to listen. Okay. Then this very last thing is about $1 Million Weekend. So Jana and Christina, why should they all want to be at $1 Million Weekend?
Because it's a huge privilege to be able to be there. There's only going to be 60 people out of the how many millions that are
In Mary Kay.
in Mary Kay, and you get one-on-one time with people from corporate, and you figure out they're just normal too.
Everyone's normal,
And
just
it's
like
not
you.
like, so I was just like hoping when we went, it wasn't going to be like kind of career conference-y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like blanket. No, it's not like blanket training. It's not Flexstyle coach recruit training. It's like feelings and emotion. I don't know. It's just a lot more, more. It's just more.
Personal.
And more
very
intimate.
intimate.
It's intimate.
very
Yes.
intimate. You get to meet these $1 Million directors on an individual level and build a relationship with them, and they remember you, and they talk. You know, you can talk to them in the future. Like I talked to Dawn Barton.
Yeah.
I talk to her still, and you can get inspiration from them. And you hear about how they've overcome such huge obstacles. You know, losing relatives, fighting cancer, losing your son in the middle of your $1 million year, and still persevering and accomplishing things that people think are too, like it can't happen. And you see that it's possible. And then you're around all these other rock stars who, like yourself, because you can't always see it in yourself, but you know they all have their top 5, which you are one of the top 5 when you get to go with Candace. Wow. And you build relationships with them. I still talk to a lot of the ladies who I met on that weekend, and it is very touchy-feely. You will probably cry.
Well, and you
Don't
also
be
realize too that
I ain't going no more though. I have my fill.
you realize too that the feelings and the emotions and the thoughts that you have in your head, you're not unique. Like you're not the only one
You're not
having these
crazy.
doubts and these thoughts and these feelings. Like it's across the board. You know what I mean? And so you don't feel alone. And it just is a very powerful experience.
And they
Yeah.
spoil you.
Yeah, they totally spoil you right. We got tons of prizes. Yeah, and all these prizes.
Several, we
It's pretty
got
cool.
3 purses, like the first thing we were there.
Yeah.
We got to wear all the diamonds and jewelry.
Yeah.
Like, you know how, well, not everybody was here when Susan Johnson came and she showed you guys all the jewelry, right? You get to wear that the whole weekend.
Oh yeah, we were walking around blinging, and we were like trading diamonds.
Yeah.
Like, I want to wear that one today.
So basically I just picked the top 5 consultants from November and December in sales and sharing and team building, and they get to come in February. So kick it into high gear over the next 2 months, ladies.
Yes.
You get to come. All right. So without any further ado, Miss Jana's gonna come on down, and I'm gonna have you talk here, and then or wherever. Maybe I'll turn it. I don't know. Do you want to do it over there? Jen, do you want me to do it over there? Because I can turn it. So Jana is like our master at color, and do you want me to just turn this?
I'm not gonna do makeup now.
She's gonna do some very important training.
So what I wanted to kind of like have knowledge, but like expand. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight is our liquid foundations, just the luminous and the matte. They're the basic ones that most people wear, right? Like I like the cream powder, but this is a really good place to start. And so what I want everybody to do is I want you to stripe your arms, okay? So pull up your sleeves. I have all the ivories, all the beiges, and all the bronzes, and however you want to do it, you can do it on the tops, but I want you to take each color. You don't have to, but I want you to. And I want you just to stripe your arms, okay? And what that is going to start to show you guys is undertones, like pink undertone, a yellow undertone, a warm undertone, olive. I also have marked all of my foundations with like the undertones that they are. So like if it's a pink undertone, it has a pink sticker. If it's a yellow undertone, it has a yellow sticker. If it's olive, it has a green sticker, okay? Undertones are important. They're kind of what, there's also people though who don't actually have an undertone. Or multiple undertones. So the ones that are, they call them muted colors, have all three stickers on them, okay? A lot of people from Colorado are muted undertone, if you're from Colorado. If you're from somewhere where there's like a beach, like if you're from like California or Florida, you're gonna have more of a pink undertone. But if you try a foundation on somebody and they're constantly turning orange or yellow and it's just not working, you're gonna wanna try the colors, the foundations that are a muted undertone. And those are the number 4 and number 6 of each. So ivory 4 and 6 are muted undertones, beige 4 and 6 are muted undertones, and bronze 4 and 6 are muted undertones. So they're a little bit, they have a little bit less of color in them, if that makes sense. So, yeah, so that's about it for right now. But I also have a variety of luminous and matte. So as you're striping, you guys will be able to tell, hopefully, the difference between which ones are matte and which ones are luminous. The matte is purple, the luminous is pink. A cool trick that you guys can do too, if you want to, is mix a little bit of the luminous and a little bit of the matte together and see what that looks like. It is. If you
Can you tell them the difference between luminous and matte? Because we have new people who don't
okay,
even
so
know.
the luminous is for people, supposedly luminous is for people with normal dry skin, and matte is for people with combination oily skin. But anybody can wear any if they want to. And mixing them together is really cool too. It just gives you a different appearance on your face. So the luminous is going to give you a dewy glow, is what they like to call it. And then the matte, is, of course, is going to leave you kind of not shiny at all. So, but a mixture of both is super fun.
You can also put like luminous where like you would put your highlighters like in the middle of your forehead, like right here,
You can
like,
use,
your nose, like
right.
here.
So you can
put
use it
here
as your
and matte
highlighter. Yep.
outside.
The best way to apply a foundation is a brush. So using your fingers, you waste a lot of it and you don't get an even coverage. Our new foundation brush is super cool.
Amazing. And sort of
Grab your one real
and
fast.
grab it.
And the best way to apply your foundation is to actually use your hand as a palette, okay? A lot of times people, if they aren't an ivory 2 or an ivory 4, they might be a combination of both. And so what you want to start teaching people is when they're applying their foundation, put it on their hand, dip the brush in it, and then apply it to your face. Instead of squeezing it directly into the brush, you lose a lot, and you start to learn how much it actually takes to apply. The cool thing about this foundation brush is it buffs for you. The flat brush was really cool, and it did the same thing, but I damaged mine because it was flat. And so what I like to do, I have huge pores. And a super secret trick that I learned for having big pores is when you're applying your foundation, do it in circles so that you're hitting the pore from every direction and it's actually filling it. When you're doing it with your hands, you're either going one direction or the other, but you're not getting the full coverage. And so when you're buffing it in, it actually makes my face look smooth as much as it can. But most of my pores disappear. And so buff it in. Yes?
Does the foundation with the oxidization?
Well, that is the thing about turning orange and yellow, and that has to do a lot with the undertone. And so when it's oxidizing, you usually have too much on. And so when you're applying it with a brush, it's going to keep it from settling into like your eyebrows real oxidized and along your eyelashes.
It's pretty true to color. Like I don't have to, like with some other foundations before, I wouldn't have like the right color, and or it would change, you know, it'd be my color, and I'd get a little bit more orange or a little bit more like cool and stuff like that. These are actually pretty.
Right, and that is because of the undertone. And so that's why using muted tones Usually when people are oxidizing, it's because the undertone isn't right and it has too much orange or too much olive or something in it. So number 4s and number 6s. I am a beige 4. I'm not from here, but I'm still a muted tone. So all the other ones turn me weird colors.
So I didn't know how to look at somebody and find their undertones.
Okay,
How do you do that?
It takes just a little bit of practice, and you just kind of have to know that that's what you're focusing on. And so before, a lot of times they say match people's foundation using this part of their arm. But my face isn't this color. No, I don't think anybody's face is
Uh-uh.
Your
the
leather
color.
mostly on your arm.
Right, like this is super white, and so
Right.
that's not right. And so what I've been taught is backs of your hands, up against your face, and then look at the chest. Look at their chest area as well. And you should start to be able to see like for me, I see yellow, I see pink, I see all of it for me, on me. And so I have a feeling that that's why I'm a beige 4. And
I can
beige
look
4,
at tell she's 4.
Yeah.
You know.
and
look
so
at
me muted
yes.
I have a muted undertone, and so all 3 of them.
You'd be more of a cool.
You cool. Yeah.
So how can you do that? Like, can you explain how you're able to do that? Because
I don't even know me.
right, because I don't even know why you said warm or why you said cool. So can you explain more?
I've been doing it for so long. Well, just
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, you can look at it.
your skin.
Right.
When I look at you, you get like kind of like a warm look to it. You know what I mean? Like you look a little bit like more tan. You look a little bit like have that more orangey, like those darker kind of like undertones to
Orangey,
your
okay.
skin. When I look at her, she's a little bit more brighter, like right here, like around her eyes.
Like, I feel like she has more of a yellow undertone, and I would say she would be like an ivory 7-ish. Okay. And like when I look at Candace, she'd be more of a beige, probably 3 or 4. Do you know?
Well, you know what is funny is that I did not know, and that's why I used to use ivory because I thought it was an ivory, and then
No, you're definitely.
You're
I know
beige.
for years I wore an ivory 6 or 7, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm being 100% honest. Like, I don't know how to use all this, and so people, you don't have to know all this to be a top director, is what I'm telling you. But
It's good to know.
it's good to know because I thought it looked fine. No one told me I had a line for years. So, what would you say? Yeah. So I use beige one now, but
Your color will change in the summertime. Your color will change
Yeah.
in the wintertime, you know, things like that.
Yeah, you
And
always
then
sell on the
tan,
summer
you-
foundation
on
and the winter
vacation. You
foundation.
always want to keep multiple colors on you because you can always change depending if you tan, if you don't tan. Like for me, I don't tan. So.
Well, and that's part of the reason too with the
Here,
undertone
here,
situation. That's why I want you guys to stripe, because as it settles and it sets like a regular foundation, you're gonna start to be able to see how it's changing on your skin. Okay, and that's when you're gonna be able to tell what we mean by undertone. Okay, and it just
so
I
what
don't-
are the undertones? There's pink, right?
right?
Yes.
Do you burn? Do
Yeah.
you tan? Or do you burn and then tan?
So which one's which? If you
So burn is a yellow undertone. Tan is olive green undertone, and burn tan is pink.
okay.
So what do you think I am?
Burning
Burn
like
and then you're pink.
Like if you're in the
Like
sun,
if
you
you
get like
burn
fried.
and then you turn right to tan.
I would not
You would what?
You what?
I would use
So
ivory
here's
skin.
what I did for years though, because I didn't know the undertones or any of that. Just try it on their cheek. Like just do 3 stripes. That's what I've always been told is you do stripes. It's like we have ivory, beige, and bronze. Yeah, I thought it was an ivory, so apparently I was wrong. But you know, you start like there's lower ivories and higher ivories. And usually like if someone's really, 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 really light, they'll be lighter ivories. Our ivory 1, 2, and 3 are like
Ghost.
super light, like
Yeah,
ghostly. Like I had a girl who thought she was ivory 1, she ended up being beige 1, but she's just used to going light. I'm like, honey, you're not that light. So most people are going to be at their ivory, they're like 4 to 7-ish. And so you would just stripe like all 3 on their cheek.
And
And
that's,
so-
that's
Whichever
another
one
big
was.
thing to do is always try multiple colors on it so that they can see in the mirror too. Like, oh yeah, that's not the one.
Right.
And then you'll have the person who like really likes the color that shouldn't be the color. And they are just obsessed with that color.
One thing I wanted to point out to you guys, a lot of times people use their foundation as their bronzer. So
Oh.
they feel like they need a darker foundation to give themselves color. No, they need a foundation that matches their skin, right? You want it to look like you don't have anything
Foundation
on,
on, right.
right?
Yeah.
And then you teach them how to use bronzer or a powder to kind of highlight areas that would have color.
And always have to use finishing spray. foundation application, let that sit for a second, and then do that, and then put your highlighter and your contour and all that stuff on, because then your base of your foundation stays a whole lot longer.
For our new girls in the room, what's finishing spray?
And the setting spray.
They're getting overwhelmed by all this tonight, I'm sure.
If you're making fan all day, so that you're having like a high stress job, or you're out in the sun, or things like that, your makeup's gonna stay a lot longer because it sets it into your skin.
It's like hairspray for your face.
Hey,
But it doesn't feel like hairspray.
Don't
So I
ever
know.
hairspray on the face. If you have somebody that's doing hairspray on the face, please give them the finishing spray.
Make it last
Lots of your pores, it freaks you out. It's so,
Yeah, it's horrible.
I feel like finishing spray, well, I like to use like if I cream contour, I don't like to use the spray yet. I like to do my cream contour with my foundation. And then like you said, I like to use spray, but I noticed that I get more pigment when I highlight if I have the spray on.
I've been
Another
translucent
good
powder.
tip too is actually foundation primer,
Yes.
finishing spray.
Finishing spray after all of
In
it.
between
Everything. Finishing spray.
Wow.
Really good. And under
Those
your
are for
breast.
like, if we're in Dallas at seminar,
Yeah.
that's when you need all that.
That's when you super need
But
it.
it helps a lot that the new competition,
Yes.
so we're sponsored for wear as well, but still you finish and spray between every step.
Yeah.
And it
Coming
helps
out
for
of our-
underneath, you know, all your cracks and crevices.
Yeah.
That and translucent powder.
does.
I put some of the translucent powder and I
Yeah.
sprayed the finishing spray. I thought so happy.
Absolutely. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. She's like, well, you can use them in other places.
Okay, well, what
Yes,
are
the
you-
finishing spray.
Oh, no, it's green.
So it has multiple purposes.
So that's one thing I want to tell you. Okay, I want to tell you guys one more thing too about foundation. So, you would think that if somebody was an Ivory 1 and that didn't work, that you would just move right on to Ivory 2. Not the case, okay? So that's why I've color coded these. Another reason too, like say I try an Ivory 1 on somebody who's a pink undertone and it doesn't work. I wouldn't go to Ivory 2. I would go to the next pink undertone, which is Ivory 2. Okay? And so knowing those is super important. And I have a little guide if you guys need that, or you can just take notes or take a picture. And then you can mark your foundations too. But a lot of times, so don't just skip to the next one because it's not even going to come close to matching. Okay. What else?
So what do all the stickers mean? Just
So
why
the
do some
stickers are
have
just
3?
their undertone. These are the muted ones that I was telling you.
Okay,
Like
okay.
people will, like people from Colorado will probably be a 4 or a 6.
I'm
Usually.
from Colorado.
Okay.
I'm from Bronx.
So it just depends. I mean, it's just all about
And the orange is what?
trying. So the orange is warm. So the
Okay.
orange is only for the bronzes, and it's a more of a warm brown as opposed to like an olive brown and pink brown. You can just tell. I don't know how. It's hard to explain. You just have to keep doing it, right? And
Yeah,
then
the
it'll
more you
start-
do it,
You have
the
to do
easier
it.
it
It's harder
color
with some of
will.
the color
Yeah.
Right.
to find their undertones, definitely.
Yeah.
When you look at people.
There's
who
more
are
yellow.
not-
There's
you know, like,
um, bronze skin,
right.
which is more yellow. There's bronze skin, which is more red. There's bronze skin, you know,
And a lot of women of color have
golden.
one right
Multiple,
here and one right here.
Right.
Like, I've had the longest time finding foundations for myself because like I would put it on and I'd be like yellow right here and then this right here. You know, and it's just, so you gotta watch out for that with women of color too as well, that they will sometimes be multiple.
Yes.
Yeah, skin discoloration.
Well, and that's
things
a
like
lot
that
of
too as well.
people with every color skin. Like a lot of times, skin around your eyes is a different color than your forehead skin, and then your cheek skin. And so, finding the undertone is what's going to help you figure that out. And that's what we're going to do when you guys are striping your arm. Okay, so I want you just to pay attention to what colors they start to turn, and then we'll see what happens. And if you guys learn something, I hope you do.
So why don't you give them like 3 each? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of, you know what I mean. So that way they can at least try maybe the different undertones, like close
Right.
to each other.
Right. So, I mean, if you guys just want to come up and you can do.
It'll be easier if we pass it around.
I want to take a
Pass it
picture.
around.
Okay, you can take a picture.
Take a
A
picture.
green. I think everybody should try a green, a yellow, a pink, and a muted. So
Jenna, I would
four.
say why don't you pick like 3 and we'll just pass it around because I don't think everyone
Will you snag one?
may get a
from
little
yours?
crazy. Would that work? Or maybe grab a few down there over there. That way we can do it fast. You know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe give like 3 to this group over
So
here.
I
and
guess I'll
3 to that
do
group.
here.
Yeah, that way they're
These are all
close.
beiges.
So it's just strike those 4 next to each other so you can kind of see what she's talking about. But I will tell you, like, those of you that feel totally overwhelmed right now, I was overwhelmed when they first started talking about these foundations. They're really phenomenal. Yes, you just need to play with them, but don't get overwhelmed by all that. Just know that there's different undertones, and whatever undertone someone is, that's the one you're going to want to use. And a lot of times people know, you know, like she said, ask them the question about sun. You know, do you get burned? If they burn, they're a pink undertone, right? And what'd you say? If she tans, then she's olive, right?
Right.
And what's the other one?
Burn then tan.
Is yellow?
Some people, no. So burn and tan is pink.
Do we rub it in?
Just kind of just a little thin stripe.
You said burn was pink.
So burn is pink, tan is green, burn and tan is yellow.
Wait, I didn't hear green before.
Yeah, burn and tan. If you burn, you're pink. If you burn,
Pink
you're
undertone.
pink. If you tan, you're olive.
She said green, and because isn't green counteractive of
Olive.
olive? So they're
Green
like
is
the
olive.
same.
No, green is olive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Green is olive.
Okay.
Olive.
So an olive, like I think olive, green olive.
Mhm.
Green olive. Martini. 1, 2.
And then if you burn then tan, you're yellow.
And then there's like there's a chart, or you can look at all the little things.
Yeah.
And she can post the chart, and then like you'll see her little stickers and all that, but the chart will tell you. It's just water, but you wipe it off. But yeah, you guys can bounce it down. But don't get overwhelmed by all this. Just experiment. I don't even know all this. That's why I'm having Janet train on it because I don't even know all this. So this is just extra information. I was wearing the wrong color, guess, for years, so it's cool. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's important. It's important to just play with it. But I just play with it. Just play with it. Can you guys see the difference?
Wow.
Can you see the difference on
I'm
your arm?
4.
Okay, you're a 4.
But I would think 4 would be darker, and it's not. So thanks for teaching me something.
Not the other word is to try
See,
to
undertone.
on your desk so that they can see the difference of why.
This is not
They're
like
set in
a
your head that
number.
they're this color, but then you want to show them why they're not that color.
Right.
You want
But
to
this
show
is the
them that.
reason for you to get them and have them with you, because
That's why having them to demo is really nice because
I'll show you.
in your starter kit, of course, there's just the CC creams, but having them to demo helps a ton.
I just like giving you guys confidence in knowing all about all of our products and how they work. Because we have tons of them, and there's so much information. I know it can be so confusing, but the best way to learn is to just
And you put this on with a brush, yeah.
yes.
Like a bristle brush, not a.
Like that.
I
So,
sometimes just put mine on my brush. The hand helps to oxidize.
that one.
Right.
It works on your hand.
isn't that cool? I know.
Mary Kay's like really stepped up their makeup game. Like,
Yeah?
makeup is huge right now.
Right.
Me too.
Yeah, because my face is.
I would say.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I'm
Or
just
like, yellow one was.
Does that help?
Yeah, what was the yellow one?
Here you go.
yellow.
More confused.
See, I'm an ivory 7. That's what I wear, and that's the closest to my skin tone.
Yeah.
But school, I can make it one to say, I think you have an olive. That's because I look at your neck and the face.
Yeah.
She's absolutely got an olive. You know.
I've always been told I'm all about it.
Yeah.
You're gonna say I don't?
No, I said you do. Yeah.
Maybe you said one. I don't know if that means one versus
There's warm and cool.
Yeah.
So warm is like more like a spring and a fall. Cool is winter. Like,
Yeah, right.
winter, yeah, winter. Like jewel tones look really good on cool undertones.
Oh,
I'm a woman. I thought, that's what I was told, but I'm a pink undertone.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hi guys, how you doing? Okay. Oh, well, I was going to training. Yes. Well, I see it right there. Hey, why don't you show them your arm? So why don't you show them? You guys can see what we're talking about. You can see the different stripes there. Oh, here, go a little higher. Sorry. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see. There's the different stripes. Maybe if I do it, maybe yours. You guys see on the other end, yeah. There, you can kind of see it. You can see on the other end. So experiment with them, guys. Is what we're saying. You're gonna experiment. Yeah, you can see that right there, all the different colors. Yeah. You don't want to play with them. Jana, do you think you can post that, or if you have that chart or something?
Yes.
All right. So does that help you guys to see it on your arm? Yeah. So if you need help with foundation stuff, Jana and Kelly are your girls.
I always thought I was an ivory too, but when I look at it right here, I'm like, damn, I know, but I always thought that's just what I was because I was an ivory before.
Well, you're ivory, but you're an ivory.
You don't want a line. No line.
Yeah,
It's not attractive.
You can't even see it.
He's fine, you make it.
No,
All right, did you guys all get it?
Well, that's my name.
Okay, we're gonna go on to a couple other things. What, are we done, Jana? Do you have more?
Yeah. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yay! Jana is our makeup pro, and she knows a lot about colors. So make sure she gets all her foundations back. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is something.
The second one,
Sorry. A little distracted by something.
Okay, what time's that?
Does that make sense? You guys got it? Are you overwhelmed? Are you okay? Yeah, especially the new girls, like, woo, just say that your first meeting, it's going to be like a foreign language. And that was a lot. Like I said, I don't even know all that. Okay? So don't feel like you have to know that. The moral of the story is start playing with them.
Knowledge
Okay?
is power.
There's so much training online. So much training online. So don't feel like you have to be a master at it, okay? She just is amazing at foundation, and she just wanted to share that. You got, what'd you say?
Make it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. I heard that as a new consultant, and I have done that for a long time. Fake it till you make it.
I mean, the most important thing you need to know is try to see where it's at. And then
Stripe test.
Anybody else need?
Yeah. So basically, I usually just do stripe tests. I just guess, start somewhere. And then if none of those work, you keep going up or keep going down. Right? So don't feel like you have to know everything.
So I just
okay?
take all of the beige with me and just go from there. If somebody I think is beige.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Or
See what I'm
ivory.
saying?
Yeah.
Start with beige 4. If you think they're beige, start with beige 4.
You go beige. Okay. And then see if you go
So
under
like
that.
ivory, same thing, start with 4,
Ivory 4.
go up or down on either side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you ask you burn, can, burn, whatever you.
Right.
Do you burn, do you tan, or do you burn tan?
And if it's someone you haven't met before, like let's say like your husband interviewed for something you've never met the person. I did a makeover for Military Ball the other day, and I asked her to send me a picture first, a clear, bare face picture first, like up close, so that I can kind of get a little bit of a guesstimate on what kind of colors I should bring for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of give you a place to start. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got a before picture, and then you can show them the before picture.
Yeah.
This whole time, almost 2 years.
What were you thinking you were?
I wore an ivory too.
Oh.
But when I looked
Well,
at
I
it
showed
right
her, I
here,
told her, it's like, you're
I
not
was like,
getting
dude,
the
I'm
colors that you need.
yellow. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I've been walking around looking yellow.
But see, they also, our foundations are
Right,
very
yeah.
forgiving too. They're
Right.
very forgiving. Like I've never thought you had a line or whatever. So no, we would have told
We
you.
would have told you.
We would have told you.
She just
So,
didn't get in the cover
It's
she
just a
wanted.
better cup. It's just a better match for your skin. Yeah. I have like 5 minutes. I want to train you. Want to go start with her and then yeah. Okay. So I want to do some quick training. We have the last couple minutes, and then Christina and I are going to rotate. So the last little bit I wanted to train on. So all of that, we're totally shifting gears, okay? Totally shifting gears from product, which, like I said, if you are totally overwhelmed, just nod and go with it, okay? What I want to talk about is the consistency of booking attempts, okay? Because here's what I know is if you don't have appointments on your books, you don't have money coming in, right? And that if you have snow blindness on your books, and snow blindness means you have no future appointments on your books, and that means a facial, a party, or whatever, that means you don't have money coming in, right? Now, it doesn't have to take a lot of time because I'm going to show you a simple system of if you just made 10 attempts a day, and I want you to write these numbers down because I heard this from Stacy Faust at Stacy Kraft at our director meeting. She said, if you literally just make 10 attempts a day, so 10 booking attempts, so that means obviously it's best if you can actually call them, but 10 texts or whatever, where you're asking someone to be a face, to be a model for you, to be a part of your 30 practice faces. You're just attempting. If you just ask 10 people a day, you usually will get one booking a day on average. You'll get at least a booking a day on average, if you keep doing it. Now, if you get one booking a day, that would be 7 bookings a week, right? If you did it every day for 7 days, or if you did it in 5 days. Usually out of that, if you booked one a day, you would probably get 3 appointments to hold a week on average. On average. If on average they were $200 an appointment, which is really low for a party, right? But we're averaging like facials and parties. So let's say on average it was $200 and you had 3 of them hold from doing your 10 attempts, that would be $600 a week in sales, right? Now, if you continued that throughout the month, that would mean you had $600 weeks each week. That'd be $2,400 in sales for the month. And if you do a 60-40 on that, that's $1,000 profit a month. All because you made 10 attempts a day. Now, how much time do you think it would take to make 10 attempts a day?
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Unless you
Maybe
actually
20
reach a
minutes
person.
if you actually talk to somebody, maybe at the most 20 minutes a day. Do you all have 20 minutes a day? I don't think anybody in the room can say they don't have 20 minutes. Even the busiest person can find 20 minutes a day.
Breaks it up.
Right. Even if you did a couple texts in the morning, a couple calls in the morning, a couple on your lunch break. But if you literally focus on 10 attempts a day and you do nothing else in your business, you could have $1,000 profit every month. Can you get excited?
Yeah.
Do you see the power of consistency? And it doesn't take much time. I can't say that enough. I hear all the time, I'm too busy, I just got whatever. No, you're not too busy. Nobody is too busy to not have 20 minutes. You're not determined, you're not focused, and you don't really want it. Because if you really want it, you will find 20 minutes a day, right? And so I have a little tracking sheet and I will post it on our Facebook page and email it out. But I really want us to get the power of 10 attempts a day and keeping it in front of you of how many people did I actually get a hold of. So I'm going to pass these around to you guys, but I'll keep one of them. But it's super simple. Now, if I'm not going to go into the 21-day booking challenge thing right now, but there is a lot of power in following up. That just because you call somebody today and you don't hear back from them doesn't mean that they're not interested. Right.
Go back in 2 days.
In 2 days, you follow up with them and have the second attempt. And what I like about this is this tells you, it gives you the multiple attempts and their response or the no response, But we have all heard it said that the average amount of sales it's something like are made in the fifth to the 8th or 12th contact. Like we give up. Most people give up after like 2 or 3 contacts easily. But it's been proven, not just in Mary Kay, but in sales statistics. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. I could pull it up, but it's something like 50% of us or 30% of them happen like the 5th to 8th attempt, and then it's like 50% happen the 9th to 12th attempt.
Yeah.
So many of us are giving up way too soon. So could you get excited about tracking 10 attempts a day? What I know about this is that we sometimes, especially new people, can get, well, and then the rest of us too, we get so overwhelmed with what should I be spending my time doing? What should I be doing for my business? The most important thing is getting appointments on your books. Because if you have appointments on your books, you have money coming in, right? Now, granted, this time of year, there's different things you can do with holiday sales. You can show them the gift giving brochure and you can give them, those are different things you can do. But on average, throughout the year, if you're really going to want to make a lot of money quickly, you're going to want to get the product on people's faces. Because when you get the product on faces, just like Chelsea found out this last week, and just like we talk about all the time, when you get the product on people's faces, it sells.
But I got determined too, and so I got more excited.
Right.
Like, I've just been changing myself a lot too, though. Like,
Yeah.
that have affirmations are so important. Like, I don't know how more important that is than anything else in this business.
Tell them a little bit more about that.
Like, your affirmations are what you think of yourself, and like how you. So like, I have a little list of affirmations that me and my daughter say in the morning.
She has her daughter do it. Isn't that so cute?
And then I actually did this one because I'll be in Colorado for the stuff that I need to be working on. So I need to make one. But so you make affirmations to form around something like, I have a hard time recruiting, and it's not that I don't like it or anything. I just have a hard time. So I need to make an affirmation around me recruiting and my self-sabotage because I do that. So anyway, and when you do that, it makes you stronger in that area. So then, like, you book harder, recruit harder, all that good stuff, instead of
Not necessarily harder, but you get better results.
right.
Because you're believing it. And so, for example, like you said you're selling pool, everybody wants to buy products from you, and
then look.
people start buying product, No, let's say you struggle with booking, then create a powerful affirmation, because your mind is so powerful that if you're telling yourself you're not a good booker, you're not going to get appointments on your books, right? Actually, I lied. I want everyone to grab 2 of these because you need multiples of these. All right, I forgot to tell you guys of the bubble sheet, Now this guy, we're gonna go over. You were gonna say
This
something,
is
Gina?
per person, right? I was just gonna say real quick, that once you start booking, you're gonna kind of get addicted to it. So you're gonna keep doing it, and then once you make 10 phone calls, it's gonna be easy. So then you keep doing it, and then you're gonna see your business really grow because it's not gonna be as scary. Like now, I actually like booking. I actually like to make booking calls. Which
It's exciting the more
4
you do
months
it.
ago, I wouldn't do it because I was. The more you do it, the better you get. The more you like it, because then you get better, and then you get bookings, and then you get sales, and so you see that it's about growth.
It is. Well, and every time, like if I don't want to make booking calls, a lot about this business is you need to be not work out of emotion, but out of discipline. Like a lot of you work jobs where you have to show up, like you don't feel like showing up, you have to show up. And you are disciplined to show up, where you have to treat your business the same, where you work even if you're not feeling like it. And here's what I know is when I make booking calls when I'm not feeling like it, and then I get a booking, I'm so excited. And like Dina said, it's addicting. You want to do more. I want to make more phone calls now because you're getting results and you're seeing the success. That makes sense? And so the other thing going along with booking is this thing, and this is a bubble sheet. And I'd encourage you both of you guys to grab these. I would encourage you to fill out one of these weekly. Fill out one of these every single week. And so what this is some of you have seen this before, but this shows you your numbers. And so what this is, this guy, basically you write down who you attempted. This is not necessarily, you could write their names underneath there, but it more shows you your activity and the results that you personally are getting for the activity that you're doing. So it's super simple. Like if you make an attempt, then you put a slash through it. It says up here, put a slash through if you've left a message. So it says put a slash through if you've left a message. Put an X through, like you put an X through the circle if you actually talk to the person. And then you fill it in if you actually get a booking, okay? So as you're making your 10 attempts, a lot of times you're gonna leave messages, right? So you'll see slash, slash, slash. If you actually talk to them on the phone, then you'll see it crossed out. And then when you get a booking, you actually fill it in. So what this does is it shows you how many attempts you need to get a booking. Like I gave you an average that on average, if you contact 10 people, on average, someone's gonna, book with you, but you're gonna wanna know your averages. And sometimes when I get to different pools of people, like if you're starting with your acquaintances and like those of you that are new, we tell you in orientation, make a list of everybody you know with skin, okay? Everybody you know with skin, make a list of everybody you know with skin. When you're attempting to make booking calls with people's skin, you tend to get a lot higher booking ratio. But when you get into people you don't know, like, leads from facial boxes or winners or wherever, you tend to get a lot less booking ratio than somebody who doesn't. Does that make sense? And then for me, I find that my booking ratio for referrals is a lot less than other places. You know what I mean? Like we all have just different things that, can increase. And it's just the numbers. It's not you. It's not you're doing anything wrong. It's just the numbers. Does that make sense? And so sometimes when I'm looking at this and I know that these are all referrals, I know my numbers may be a little different. Make sense? So all you do is you fill out this weekly, and this is basically, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's 7 times 8? Do math. 56. 56. 56. 56 attempts in a week, and that is kind of the same concept of the 10 calls a day. Make sense? It really is just about consistently making the attempts, and when you're consistently making the attempt. Now, if you have huge goals, I know when I've gone for big things, I'll do like one of these in a couple days, because I'm just talking to a lot more people. Make sense? So,
And if you don't have people take roses, take candy canes, go meet people.
Yeah.
You really want to talk to people and talk about having something to give them. I
Yeah.
want to be like, give me your name and number and stuff like
Right.
that. If I feel like it's a little, it's not creepy. I mean,
yeah.
no, there's a whole
It's a compliment. It's a compliment. People love that.
I know a direct sale company.
Right.
And sometimes I get in my own head about it because I don't want people to feel like I'm scamming them. I don't want people to feel like, oh, she's just another one of those ladies. Mary Kay's not like, and that's why I said yes to Mary Kay. I've been approached by Unique, it works, and it doesn't work, and all of that. And I thought, I can, my husband told me I used to estimate, but when Mary Kay came along, I was like, okay, listen, years, and reputations behind it, we're in magazines, like we take care of our people. I mean, how many of those other places are doing contests where people want to trip to New York and $1,000 shopping spree and Mary Kay products on top of it, and the consultant that that person went, they get to go to as well. Like there's just not a lot of companies that do that. So now when you have that stuff on you, it just gives me a little bit more confidence to approach someone to say, here, I want to pamper you or give you something before I even give you something, before you even buy something for me. I think that's a really
So yeah, if you don't have leads, first of all, I would ask you to question yourself when you actually have leads, because most people have not tapped into all the people that they actually know. Most of you have acquaintances in your life that you have not asked, and that you've not been brave, and that you've totally discounted them. So I would encourage you to really think about who are the people in your life that you actually know, because have you really asked everybody you know with skin? And most of you, I don't think anybody in the room can say yes, because you have people in your life. You have neighbors, you have acquaintances, the lady at the coffee shop, you guys have people in your life that I would really challenge you with the new Chroma Fusion, that you get excited on this and use this as a way to get this product on people's faces. The new model contest, that you use this as a reason to get together with people now. And then you can take advantage of holiday sales. The people that you meet with, make wish lists and be able to do all that. So anyways, I just want to show the power of consistency and focus on making the attempts. You'll get the bookings, you'll get the appointments, you'll get the sales, all that pans out, but it starts with your attempts. Okay? Does that help? All right. Last thing I'm gonna have to do is, Laura didn't get to share because I know you were gone. Can you share really quickly about your mom's thing and your basket? Come up front because I want them to see. So Laura and her mom are like brilliant, I don't know, packagers. Yes, they're really good at making packages, and they took the things like a while ago, or a couple weeks ago when I trained on holiday sales, they took the corporate gifting and then the little brochure, and they really expanded it, which is really awesome.
This is the 12 days of Christmas one.
Can I show that real quickly to them?
Yeah, there's that.
It's gonna stuff in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was Candace you emailed it, right? I think you
Yeah, I emailed it out. It
It's
has
12
like
days
different
of Christmas.
packages.
One had different price points. It had different products in there. There were a lot of old ones. We revamped it. And we talked to a couple of guys, like my husband, my brother, and my stepdad. And they're like, I would never buy that from my wife. And what they would never buy is like specific makeup colors. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of hard, And they're like, so we took that out. We did have a princess one for like younger,
Show me your cool
that
basket.
kind of stuff. That we did put equal colors. So we did totally get it. This is the $2.99 basket. You can kind of see it in there. Sorry, kind of got the shuffle. But it's got everything in there. Thank you.
And so what we did, when you see that brochure, there's one picture that's wrapped up, so they could wrap it up, give her a gift every single day for those 12 days. Leave it by, I think the brochure, or the one Candace said, you know, leave it by the coffee pot, put it in her purse, in her car. You can do whatever if you want to do the 12 days. It can be wrapped up, and we'll put, don't mind my hands shaking. We put little tags with the numbers on it. So they'll know. So like you want to make sure that you're gifting it in order. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she just got a brush. What the hell is this going to do? I mean, excuse me, sorry. What's this going to go to? You know, it goes with the math. So, you know, you're going to want to make sure that you're gifting it.
So are those
All
sticky
together.
or did you put them on there with tape?
We put it on just a little folded piece of tape.
Oh, okay.
But with that, we'll wrap them up.
Right. Well,
So I'll just tape it, you know, the same thing on the paper. And we got that little hole punch at Michael's, I think. Same with the basket. Those were on sale. I think they were $5, which wasn't bad. For that big. Yes, all the time. Michael's puts their stuff on sale
Before, yeah.
Yes, and so like after Thanksgiving, which hasn't even happened, but they've already you can't find that stuff in the store anymore. So we got a ton of baskets and wooden boxes and all sorts of stuff there for really, really inexpensive. And sorry, my boob is. Stop calling me. It's my brother. Sorry. He's in Japan. He has different hours than me. Anyway, so we're just gonna do that, and it has different packages, and they can just pick, and you can kind of talk to them about it. And my stepdad tonight, he's like, you know, could you make a little video kind of explaining, so I can share it with my guy friends, so that they're not overwhelmed. So he took like a couple of them with a little envelope, so that it's not lying out. They can put it, you know, the guy can kind of tuck it away. His wife is not gonna see it. His girlfriend, daughter, whomever's in his life is not going to see it. You know, it's just going to put it away. They're not really going to pay attention to that. So that's what we're doing with these baskets. And it has, you know, like instructions. And then, of course, we're offering the pampering session. We want to get with her. We want to, you know, to talk color, to talk other stuff with her. This is, you know, there's a little bit of makeup in here. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so are you doing skincare in these big packets? Is that what you're going to start them out on?
So
like on a big one?
Yes, but we didn't put any of the Time Wise or Care or any of that stuff in there. What we did is we put the to-go ones in there because that was a little sampler. You know what I mean? Like that's not. They got this huge thing. We did more like the satin hands, the mask, because everybody can do a mask. Perfume, the moisturizing gel, we did the charcoal mask, we did an eyelash curler and the mascara. That's the only makeup we put in. Because my brother's like, oh, I'm not wearing mascara. That's not a big deal. You know,
You produced that
that's,
at Office
you know what?
You produced these at Office Depot?
Yes.
I get a template to put it like this.
My brother did it, and I can't remember what program he used, but when I've made our menus for our Happy Bee cupcakes, I just did on Avery. Avery's a free app. You can download it. You can just go online and use it, and then you can do.
You can send these to us or send them to you so you can send them to us?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
This
no,
is
that's
a
all
12 pages
information
of
on it.
Christmas
You want to
basket. So, like,
I can put a
so
white
it doesn't
sticker on
have
there.
It doesn't actually have to be in
Just
the basket.
right. No.
You could put them in the boxes that we get on section 1 as well.
Yeah.
And there's a tower over
Absolutely.
there that you could use as well. You can buy those baskets or those
Those little boxes.
somewhere.
You can do it
So-
however you want.
Yeah,
Or just,
however you want to do it.
Valentine's,
right.
Exactly.
So they'll still have that in mind as well, but you can wrap it up and not do the basket. You can just put it in the bag. It's all up to him what he wants. I kind of like a basket or a box or something because then I can reuse it.
Yeah.
I can, you know, throw my stuff in there. Or, you know, this could hold towels in your bathroom. It could do, you know, a lot of different things.
I was just gonna say, so that I was gonna do one with a handle because I like to reuse things that my husband gets me and just put them around the house. So I thought it would be cool to do a basket with a handle because then she not only can she just put all of her good stuff in there that she just got, but she could also use it for something else later.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah, this got little side ones.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Over the hand one.
Yeah.
We've got different ones. I think in the pictures there's a couple of different baskets.
Yeah.
And I've got lots. I buy them every time we see them on sale. I'm like, I don't have anything yet. I'm buying it anyway. They had not too long ago these big lanterns, glass lanterns, for $1, and then my mom had a 20% off coupon, so they ended up being like 80 cents each. So like I stuck satin hands in there for people, and I've done different things, and they get something else, and then they got their product, and it didn't cost me. It cost me less than $1. So I mean, that's awesome, right? It is awesome. So, but that was super fun. You can put it down. Sorry. I threw it under the table because there was nowhere else to put it a minute ago. But
So you said you labeled them 1, 2, 3 so that he can give them to
yes. So we're gonna put a label 1 through 12 on there. So there's some things like, obviously there's more than just 12 items in there.
Yeah.
But like we counted in this basket, we counted the full satin hand set as one. And then like the satin lips set, that was 1. But in some of the other ones, I counted it as 2. So just as I went down, and lowered in price, I made this into 2.
So they buy the whole basket, and he has the basket stashed somewhere and gives it.
Yeah, he can give it to her day by day. He could choose to do the basket. He could choose not to do the basket. He could choose it to have all wrapped up.
Like secret.
So that,
right.
Yeah, so that he can just give it. It'll be numbered. So that, like I said, she makes sure that she's getting it in the correct order. So like one set, like the satin lips, you wouldn't want the,
them to get this correct.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't want it out of order. Or like the brush before the mask. You know what I mean? Like things like that.
Like
the brush, I'm not gonna lie, we put the brush in there for free. And most of the baskets, if you do the math on them, they're saving some money. I want to save if I'm buying in bulk. You know what I mean? Yes. Absolutely. If I'm buying more, I want to save. Yeah. The baskets too, that's not part of that price. If they want the basket, they can have the basket. I don't need, you know what I mean? Like if I'm selling a $300 basket, to me, that's awesome. For me, that gives me a time to book with her later. She's only got like a tiny little sample of this. You're gonna want more. Everybody's gonna want more. So just little things, which was kind of nice. And perfume, that one has perfume. It was really nice and easy. And I know Candace said something about a corporate letter. I didn't do a corporate letter. I didn't have that one with me. So. And I got ideas on that one. My aunt works in baking still. She's been in that for, 30 years. So I talked to her because she's like my only business person. And so she's like, what you want to do is write up a nice formal letter, and you want to put it in an envelope, and you want to address it to the place that you're going. So you kind of want to know that kind of in advance. And then you'll want to walk in there and ask if they have somebody who's in charge of giving for the holidays.
Or like Secret Santa or whatnot.
Or Secret Santa, somebody that's in charge of that. And then you can, hand them that letter. On my letter, it doesn't say, like, I'm not trying to bombard them right now. It says, that I want to get with you at a later time. It'll take maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes of your time, not very long, to just kind of talk about it. And when I get to do that, I will bring the smaller stuff, like the little satin hands. I think I saw that. Was there satin hands in a coffee mug? Yes, over there. So something like that, and then kind of going up. With corporate, we didn't do real big. We did, sorry.
So would you suggest with the letter, maybe taking pictures of items of your decorated things?
So
getting the pictures with your letter or not?
We debated that one, not gonna lie. But I kept them out this time because I wanted to get with them. And I wanted to show them in person. Because seeing a picture, like you saw the picture, right? The picture is not nearly as good as actually seeing it in front of them.
The wow factor.
Yeah. And they can kind of pick it up and touch it. You know what I mean? Like, so I chose not to put the pictures in. I want to sit with them and talk with them and show them a couple of different samples that I have. So starting at the lowest, which is just the satin hand frame, and then kind of going up to the set or like the satin body. You can't really get too big when it's a corporate, so I didn't make it too big. But I did do a couple of different baskets, and I do have the photos ready. And I think, did the brochure have a insert in it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a little samples of that. Like there's just the cup in there. And so I do have photos. If they wanted to see something right then and there, I could show them something. But I really find it important to get with them in person, talk to them, show them so that they can see it. And, feel like that would build a better relationship with them and hope that, you know, they, of course, buy something from me, and then that would continue for years, which is what I
What the
want.
point is, right?
Yes. And, you know, most companies, what do they get? Gift card. I want a gift card. That's boring. And that's not personal. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not, I know Kelly would be like, yeah, Wingstop. She'd be all over that. But me, I would want something a little bit
To
more
take
personal.
home,
Yeah,
right.
right? But you can use, I know I have lots of gift cards that I've never used. And I'm like, oh yeah.
And then I
That
lose
thing.
them.
Yes. But I mean,
Let
for
me
me,
run and you-
I it just goes in my purse and then it's lost forever.
I've done a whole bunch.
Do you
of
know what I
them
mean?
and I've already lost
Right? See, that happens. So I think something like that is a little better, a little bit more personal, especially in an office with that hand cream. It's right there. They're using it every day, you know? So I don't know.
I did, I had when I posted about the small business thing, I had a friend who's a realtor, message me about it. I told him that satin hands would be a really great gift to put in baskets for people themselves at home.
Yep.
Right, you just get a little satin hands and make a basket of it and whatever, and, you know.
Yeah, we just did a letter for realtors too, and in there, we started as low as like the satin hands cream, but then we upped it up. You know, we said, you know, if you want the breakfast, I don't know. My mom came up with good names. She's creative that way. I'm just like, they need hammers, they need a screwdriver, they need, you know, picture hooks, like things like that you can add into that basket. A box opener, things that you wouldn't think about, but that you would need.
Right.
I'm exhausted, and so you can have a pizza gift certificate. You can order a pizza while you're there. You know, I can put, you know, pasta and spaghetti sauce and stuff like that in there as well. So we did it a little different to just kind of add on to it. Most realtors have a price point that they have already allotted depending on the price of the house. So we just kind of started low and then went up a little bit higher. And then we have the add-ons that they can add in and make their basket, you know, bigger. So, any other questions? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I want to add on something
Thank
real
you.
quick. I don't know where I read it, somewhere on what I was reading around today about having the idea, like if you don't necessarily have a way into a corporate, like if you haven't gone to talk to him, but you have a friend, like I have a friend who's a baker. I'm going to go on our lunch break and I'm going to take gifts in the trunk of that you're allowed to go do that. You can
Yes.
go, you can do a Christmas trunk. You can go out on the move, decorate your trunk and go to different places and sell out of your trunk.
Yes.
But you cannot stay at a storefront and do it. You have to be on the move, but you can do it and go to, like, you know, my friend works at Wells Fargo, so I'm going to go take her some balloons and some roses and say, girl, I got your Christmas, whatever, and I'm going to set up a time and go. And then she can invite the rest of the people out. Hey, my Santa on the go is here. Come check it out. But have your trunk ready to go with all these gifts and be on the move.
Absolutely. That'd be awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Or do it as professional as you, like I want to be like you when I grow up.
You guys know who my mama is? You know who my mama is, right?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, it's time for the empowering statements. Who's ready for that?
Yeah! Oh,
All right, everybody stand up.
I could at least
Who's
not
got
up
a
right.
We
We
can do it together. We can do it.
Okay, so we're gonna do it together.
Mess it up, Christina, with
I am great.
Hey,
I am great.
I
I am wonderful. I'm a woman of excellence.
am a woman of excellence.
I'm a superstar.
I'm a superstar.
I will let nobody push my buttons.
I will let nobody push my buttons.
I will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will go over.
I will go over.
I will go under.
I
Go under,
Round.
go around,
Straight through.
straight through.
My way.
Yeah.
Any obstacle that comes my way,
I'm highly motivated.
I'm highly motivated,
Truly dedicated.
truly dedicated,
And I am a future free car driver in the making.
and I'm a future car driver in the making.
Anybody have a suggestion of what I should make next week?
some more biscuits and gravy.
I made that sauce from scratch.
Hey, yes, that was about my whole.
Bye, Pam. Bye, everyone. We missed you. Bye, Terry. Bye. Bye. Sabri. I can't wait to see you. Sabri's on? Yes. I can't wait to see you. Hurry and get here.
Sabri!
She's right there.
Hi, Sabri! I wish I could see you.
Hi! Hi! I'm in the bath, or I would turn on my camera. Bye.